And we are live. Checking my levels, a little bit hot, but looks okay. How's everybody doing today on this fine Saturday over here where I'm at outside Philly? It's chilly, but it's nice and sunny on Pearl Harbor Day. If you're here in the United States and you're flying your U.S. ensign, it should be at half-mast in commemoration. We'll start off with that. Lots of stuff going on this week. I've been extremely busy. We've got stuff to talk about in Splinterlands, of course, as usual. We've got stuff to talk about in Golem Overlord. I've got a feature going on in Immortal Creed in the later part of this show. They are going on their 1-year anniversary, so we're going to play a little bit of Immortal Creed and give away some packs. Of course, in Atlas Earth, I've been very busy as well. So a lot of stuff to talk about. Just stick it in the chat what you want to talk about. But I want to take a minute and say if there's any of these games that we discuss that you're interested in trying out and you don't currently play, please check the more information section underneath this video and use my links. The referral links help keep me going, help keep the channel going, as well as the super chats and the super likes and stuff like that. So anyway, appreciate it if you use those. So what's everybody doing this week? In Splinterlands, I'm guilty of watching Gathering the Magic's videos, and every time I watch his videos, I want to buy something. So yes, I did buy some stuff this week. I picked up, let's go to land just to kind of give you a little bit of update. These are the three regions I'm in, 114, and 133. And in 133, it was if you've been watching me for a while, it's been a while since I created content on land because we've been kind of in a holding pattern. But I'm pretty well balanced in 1 and 114 between producing enough grain to pay for all of my plots producing, as far as the other plots that are producing SPS and such. But in Ravenwood, I was very close. So going into the changes, and I'm getting ready to do a video. I've got a questionnaire out to Blaze to find me all the exact details about what is, what Cryptomancer was talking about in the most latest town hall about what he's working on and what has the best possibility of going live in early 2025. Anyway, there's going to be a bunch of changes. I was looking at that and I was like, wow, in Ravenwood, I'm very close as far as producing food. So what did I do? I picked up you can see these two are not even staked out. I picked up 2 more common rivers, and these will most likely be used to produce grain for my other plots, because when the changes come about, some of these other plots are not going to be able to produce food, so I needed to pick up the slack there. My problem is that if you've been watching Gathering the Magic's videos, he does some videos usually on the weekend. And he does a market update, and this last week he did a land update. And I've been steadily keeping my eye on the land market in Splinterlands, right? I'll catch up with chat here in a minute, but I wanted to say this. There has been several different regions where land is very affordable now, but that was not in any of my regions. So there's pluses and minuses to that. In region 1, 114, and 133, all the land has been either pretty scarce for sale, that is, or pretty expensive. So that I've been keeping my eye on these particular regions because I didn't want to branch out too much, get outside. So anyway, I picked up 2 common parcels. I'm intermingling the terminology between Atlas Earth and Splinterlands plots. 2 common rivers, and those will be used. I'm planning on doing a video for those relatively new to the game on what is entailed in buying a plot of land and then getting it up and running and producing something. So that's on my list. I have several things on my list. That is one thing I did this week. Now, another thing I did, and we'll get this out of the way and go on to chat here. Let's go over to my cards. Now, last week, Gathering the Magic, thanks go to him for sending me a gold foil Mana Warden. Guess what I did? I took that Mana Warden and I moved it up to level 5. So I increased the level, and you can see that it starts out at rank 3. One of the advantages to buying a gold foil is that it doesn't start out at level 1. It usually starts at level 2 or 3, and it takes fewer copies to advance it in level compared to a regular foil. Now, another advantage is it gives you a plus to what you earn on every win, right? But since he gave me a gold foil, I'm like, wow, I'm going to try and make that a little bit more useful. So I bought a few more copies and brought that up to level 5. So we'll see, it went from 3 damage, 3 speed, 3 health with shield ward up to 3, 3, 4, and it picked up the impede as well. So I made that move as well. So let's go ahead and check out chat, see what everybody's doing. I know that was a lot right up front, but I've been doing a lot and I'm trying to fit a lot into an hour here. Take a little drink out, my energy drink. Shout out to Bolts85. I'm drinking Celsius today. Arctic Vibe flavor. It was what was on sale. Onk12C's in the house. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Crypto Beaver's here. Good morning. KGM Jam's here. What's up, Bronze Dragon and everyone? Hope everyone's doing healthy in the KGM Jam household. Alex B is here. Says, I need you to make a video on how to play the new game mode in Golem Overlord and how to get equipment. Good idea. I really would like to get to these other games and do a little bit more coverage on them. We made a big milestone in Golem Overlord this week. Okay, let's go over to Golem Overlord. And just kind of on this topic, we've been making a lot of advancements in our guild. And one of the major ones we did this week, can I get this window out of the way? Thank you very much. Was we finally hit level 5 in Blueprint Claim Multiplier. Now, if you've been following along, I don't know if you play Golem Overlord. If you do, if you want to start playing, like I said, there's a link in the show notes. But there's a lot of research you can do with your guild, and it basically makes your guild better, makes everybody in your guild earn faster, attack better, spend less, and stuff like that. Basically makes your guild better. So one of the major things we've found, or I've found, in this whole process is you're very limited by the amount of blueprints. So you can research all the way through something, but if you don't have the amount of blueprints from the guild to actually complete that research, then it's just sitting there. Like we have a few different ones sitting here. Let's see here. So this one's sitting here. You can see it's all green, but I can't complete it until it takes 42 blueprints to complete it. And so on and so forth. We've got several that are sitting there ready to complete. Either way, we concentrated on Blueprint Claim Multiplier, which reduces the amount of blueprints we need to actually complete it. So hopefully that'll help out. But it took like almost a month, and it took 160 some odd blueprints to complete. So that was a major milestone. So everybody in the guild, thank you very much for pitching in. It was, like I said, a good thing to get done. So we'll move on from there. And like I said, good idea with the video, though. It's just my point at this point, or I'm at this point, that I have so many different games to cover that I try to cover the ones, frankly, that get the most views. I mean, I'm trying to be as efficient with my time as possible for my YouTube channel, and I look at the metrics, and I try to do videos on games. We're going to talk about Immortal Creed today as well. Frankly, it's a game that we are covering today because they're going on their 1-year anniversary and they got a big event going on that starts tomorrow. So we'll talk about that. But thanks for bringing it up, Alex B. Vilson's in the house. Hello. Welcome. Gathering says, good morning. Mystic Force is here. Hello. And Merry Christmas. Raceland's here. Good morning. Raceland's playing Conquest right now. Nice. Onk12C says it's 3:30 a.m. in Sydney. So you're watching this show. This is a red eye show for you. Thanks for stopping by. It is pretty early, but I appreciate it. Alex B says, go to bed then. Gathering says, so much going on in the card market. Rebellion commons, rares starting to tick up in price. Act now and don't wait. Well, I think you covered that in your last few videos. Yeah, I mean, it just depends upon how you look at Rebellion, right? You're going to need it. There are, as you point out, there's some cards that you're going to need going into the new Modern when that change happens next April. If you plan on being in Modern, right? There's an argument there. Are you going to be in Modern? Are you going to be in Wild, right? So, and that's a personal decision. There are a lot of variables on that. When that changeover happens, you know, Chaos Legion cycles out and the new one cycles in. Massive changes. You know, there's going to be a lot of changes to the amount of people that are actually in Modern, because some people won't be able to afford to be in Modern. So wide open talking point there, so we can talk about that as well. I do know that you've been making some good points in your recent videos as far as how to prepare for that change. Okay, let's see what else is going on in chat. Wibble comes in with the Wii. Thanks for stopping by, Wibble. The Fourth. Hey, how's it going? New name. I don't recognize that name. Let me know what you want to talk about. Bolts 85's in the house. Buenos dias, senor. Good morning. I said that, and when I was starting to say that, I had Pee Wee Herman in my brain. He used to talk like that, but that shows how old I am. Well, the gray beard shows how old I am, I guess. Lee is here. Hello. Got an Atlas question. I noticed they changed the second tier of the December challenges from November 1, 5, 25, 40 to so far in December 1, 3. I did so far, so you know the next two of buying plots. Yeah, we all knew going into December, for those of us who play Atlas Earth, that they were going to change numbers. Obviously, November was like the trial point, the first month. And they made this statement right out there, things are going to change. So obviously it looks like it changed in that way as far as buying parcels. They're going to be fewer to buy to pass those parts of the challenges. But there are more mini games clogging up mine. I don't know. It's probably the same with you as well. I got to go out and try to buy a badge today to try to clear up one slot. And we've got Racer tomorrow afternoon. But my board is clogged up. I'm trying to make way for the buy parcels. I obviously did the one, but I'm trying to get to that second and third level because I have more to buy. I'm sitting mid-tier, which I don't feel good about because I'm losing money. But yeah, good point. They have changed the numbers, and I am checking out the there is this sheet where there's this is some members of Discord that are keeping this sheet and keeping it up to date as far as the changes, and you can see that they have November, and then you can switch over to December, and they're basically keeping an update as far as the known task order and what is required. So I need to do a video on that, but I was waiting for a little bit more to come in as far as meat on the bones, as far as facts. I don't like to if you watch my videos, I don't like to theorize much. I like to go with facts. When teams say, hey, we've got these changes coming into place, like I want to do a land video for Splinterlands, right? And I'm over on the Woo page. Yes, I come here. I keep this open all the time because I have Woo tokens staked, and it's one of those things where you earn a certain percentage, and then you can come in and you can claim. Every time I get 1,000 Woo worth, I come in and I stake them to my wallet. Looks like 14%. So anyway, back to my point. I want to do a land video, but I'm waiting for that feedback from the team as far as, you know, facts, as far as what we can really expect. I hate to talk a lot about that stuff that's way out there, and obviously we always hear this, oh, this isn't set in stone, it's going to change. I like to talk about, you know, what Cryptomancer said in the last show about really stuff set in stone he's going to have for us, right? And spend time talking about that and those changes versus stuff that could be or could change, stuff like that. So, okay, Gathering says, can't go wrong with picking up more grain-producing common plots under $15. So, and here's an interesting tidbit. All those 3 regions I have land in, there's no way you can get parcels for 15 or plots for $15. I had to pay $30 a pop for those 2 lakes. Or were they rivers? They were rivers. Those are interchangeable with me. They both produce food. But I've been going heavy in lakes and rivers. Yeah, I had to pay $30 a pop for those. But let's go back to the land. And if we go into Ravenwood, just an example, and let's go for the for sale. So you can get jungle for $20, but then all these are jungles and they jump up really quickly. 29, 49, 59, 69. The next river is a rare for 139, you know. And I know I don't want to really beat this into the ground too much, but go over into 1 and you can get a forest, desert, canyon. They all jump up from $20 to $35.50, and there's not any parcels in that cheap version there that produce grain. And just to kind of drive home even more, the same thing applies in my other region I'm in. So what does this mean? Is this a bad thing? I think it's a double-edged sword, because it's bad that I can't buy cheap parcels anymore, but it's good that the land is keeping value and in a lot of cases going up in price. So I think that I've seen in my particular regions, since Cryptomancer talked about this a week or 2 ago, whenever the last town hall was, there's been a lot of, there's been a number of changes in the game, right? And the market has been very active as far as what I've seen. Not so much on the land, but on the card part, as far as people buying cards up for the new game mode. But those cards could also be used for land as well. And there's been far fewer lands for sale where I want them. I know there are some regions where people are flipping the land, right? And I can understand that. That's just like an economic thing, buy, sell, trade, right? But my whole thing is buy the land, get it up and running, and then take away and try to be ready for the next changes. Okay, that's land talk. Excuse me. We can talk about that more if you want to. Right up front. Well, I guess it's not right up front anymore. I've been talking for 20 minutes, but the last 15 or 20 minutes of this show, we will be playing Immortal Creed, and that will be to celebrate their 1-year anniversary. Starting tomorrow, they will have an event starting, which basically you can earn more packs and everything out of the game. So we also have some packs to give away. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. Lee says, have you noticed any other changes from November so far? As far as an Atlas Earth, I know the graphics has gotten a lot better since they increased the FPS on the game. You would think that with this particular type of game, it doesn't really matter, but you can really tell the difference. I'm sure there's some other changes. I've got a video that is actually just getting ready to go live at noon today in about 11 minutes. That I did last night on Atlas Earth. So you may want to pay attention to that. And that is on using the arcade. So if you're playing Atlas Earth, I got a video that gives 5 top tips on getting more out of the arcade usage. So you may want to pay attention to that. And if I notice some other changes, I will update. But I think that the major thing that has affected my challenge board is the addition of the racer. I think that they reorganized things. They took the land, they took the travel out of the top and moved it down a little bit. They also obviously changed the number of parcels you have to buy for buy parcel challenge, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of the other things changed a little bit. Maybe the amp missions. I wouldn't be surprised if they came down a little bit too in number. Okay, let's go ahead further in chat. Gathering says, thanks again for the trade. Glad you can put the cards to use. Oh, yeah. Thanks go out to Gathering. We did a deal. In case you are not a Splinterlands player, one of the things, if you're interested in collectible card games, is that, let me reset my filter here, and go to just Rebellion Rewards, is that you can easily trade cards and sell cards person to person in the game, okay? And I'm bringing this up because I did a deal with Gathering this week. He had some level 5 common Rebellion cards, right? And he wasn't using them. He's using the gold foil variety for his particular uses. And they were just sitting there. So he wanted to get something out of them. So he put out a chat in Discord, said, hey, anybody interested in these? And I said, sure, I could use them, because you can see this card is at level 8 now. Well, last week it was at level 7. And you have to have a number of copies to level these up. As they level up, this is, known information for people who play Splinterlands, but I like to approach it in case there's somebody new in the house that hasn't played the game. You have to have a number of copies to level it up, right? And as they level up, like when I went from 7 to 8, I picked up an extra power. I picked up Shatter, which makes this character stronger when you play him. And that's the advantage, So either way, he had some for sale. And I said, sure, I'm interested. And in this particular case, they are soulbound cards. So you earn them, I don't want to say free, but you earn them through playing the game, right? Because there is stuff, you can earn them free. But to actually sell them to a person, you have to do what's called unbinding. And unbinding takes a little bit of money, right? So what I did was I paid for him to unbind them, and also a little bit of a fee on top of that, and then he sent those cards over. I combined them, and they helped me out. They moved all my commons from level 7 to 8, and obviously my overall goal is to try to max these out, because as the cards max out, they just make my deck stronger, right? So there's that. So you can get deals. You don't necessarily have to look just on the market. But I will say that doing this kind of activity on the blockchain, you want to feel safe. You want to feel good about the person you are doing a trade with. I like to make this caveat in that you don't want to do this with a random person that you don't know and does not have a good rep, right? Because you can get ripped off. Because basically this involves one way. So if I wanted to send this to somebody, I would click here, and then obviously this is not available to send right now because it's soulbound. But if it wasn't, I could send cards, and I could just put your Hive name on it and send it to you. And then I would trust that you sent me the money for that. In this case, I sent him the money up front and allowed him to unlock. And we did it like in clumps of cards because I bought all of his commons. But before you do a trade, make sure you feel good about the person you're trading with. Otherwise, you could get a go-between, a person you trust that could be the middleman. But this is one of the things I like about the game, that it's much easier to trade cards than your traditional Magic the Gathering card, where you have to go down to the local shop and you have to sell it, or I used to sell cards on eBay, but there's a lot of shenanigans on eBay, and there's a lot of scams, and I just haven't sold anything on eBay for years, So either way, that's what went on between me and Gathering, so thanks for that. Like I said, my overall goal is to just max out my, all these cards. Well, not the gold foil. I do see the advantage in the gold foil, but I'm focused on maxing out my standard foil cards. And for that matter, I may take some of my gold foils and unbind them and stick them up for sale to try to max out the other ones. Okay. Let's see where we are in chat. My Financial Journey's here. Welcome. My Financial Journey says, drink up that Celsius. Big Celsius stockholder here. It's one of the ones I like. I usually drink that in the morning right after I work out or right before I work out. But I just happened to grab that one out of the fridge today. I like the flavors. Let's see here. KGMJM says, how much SP do you end up giving to Xbox a season? Rough estimate. Thinking about getting it, but then maybe not. Are you talking about Xbot? I don't use Xbot. I use Archmage, and they take a 35% fee cut right off the top. And I've used them since I started. You can buy the Archmage A or B token, which costs a little bit more, but they cost less percentage. I have thought about buying an Xbot B token or A token. Let's look it up while we're talking about it. We'll come over here on Hive Engine, Archmage. So here's the standard token. Looks like it's $11. The Archmage A is $44 and the Archmage B is $7. And the difference is they progressively get less and less of a fee. The standard Archmage token is 35% off the top. And Archmage, you'd have to look it up at this point, but one of them's like 15%, I forget. But it's progressively less if you spend the most for it. I had thought about buying a B or an A token, and then the game, I don't think they're going to go away from using bots because the team has really been pro-bot, and that's why I really got into using Archmage when it came out. Is like it fell under the heading of if you can't beat them, join them, that kind of thing. And I like the idea of continuing to draw off my investment in the game, which I don't promote it as a good investment, but I love playing the card game. And while I'm in it and I've got some money in it, I want to get the most out of it. I do like, I've been dabbling in Modern, but I do know that with all the cards I have, you spend a lot of money on new card sets, and then they eventually cycle out of Modern, and then you're left with cards that can play in Wild, but you have to pay to play in Wild, and you're going to make a lot more in Modern. And whenever Modern changes in April, I foresee making a lot more in Modern because there's also going to be a lot more cost to it as well. And that's whether, you're not going to have the liquidity that we were used to in Chaos Legion as far as being able to rent cards. So the rental prices are going to go way up too. That's just a forecast, just due to the numbers that have been sold. A lot fewer of Rebellion has been sold than Chaos Legion. So either way, it just depends on how you look at the game, right? Let's see what's going on in chat. Excuse me. I should have learned not to drink carbonated drinks while I'm on show. It leads to burping. KGM says, I don't think anybody knows how to play conflicts in Golem Overlord. And I've got to be honest with you, I'm not 100% on it either, because it's a pretty complicated game. The Conquest is a secondary game mode within Golem Overlord. It looks like we've got a Christmas event going on now. And when you open it up, I'm not going to play it right now, but when you open it up, it's somewhat of like a checkerboard type thing. You have to choose between a number of different golems that have different powers. Some are tanks, some are DPS, some are healing and support, and you have to structure them in a certain way to go, and then it's an automated battle, right? So I like the idea behind it, but I can't give you any. That's why I haven't done any videos on it, because frankly, I just haven't figured it out. I play once in a while, but I can't say that it's anything more than dumb luck that when I win, you know, frankly. Paul Taylor's in the house. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by, Paul. KGM says, Bronze Dragon been doing an excellent job as our guild leader in Golem Overlord, maximizing upgrades. Yeah, I've been concentrating on what can make us spend less and what can make us make more in the game. That's what those have been my concentrations, right? There's some of the stuff which I just haven't put points into that I don't really see value in. Maybe somebody can point out where I'm wrong. Like under the last section, Essence Atelier, haven't been doing a lot with potion effect or consumable efficiency. We maxed out research cost. Obviously, the advantage there is we can research a lot faster, and we maxed out now blueprint claim multiplier. This should help us actually research because it's making it cheaper with blueprints. I'm maxing out next claim multiplier, which helps bring more in. So those have been my goals. Like I said, some of the stuff doesn't readily seem worth putting points into, but you have to keep some kind of research active in each section. Okay. But thanks for the compliment. Raceland says, blueprint accumulation is slow. Just bought 2 red BP from shop this morning to help progress. Thank you very much. Yeah, it is. And it's clear that that is the choke point that he designed. I don't know. I haven't talked to him lately in chat. So I don't know how well it's working compared to how he designed it. And frankly, I cover so many different games that I can't stay in the Discord all the time. I frankly stay in the Splinterlands and between the Splinterlands and Atlas Earth Discord just to see what people are talking about and see what's going on. And the other Discords I'm a member of, I just dabble in every once in a while when I see like an announcement come out. But there's so many different games I cover. I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything. But yeah, the blueprints are definitely the choke point there. So when everybody gets one, really the only thing you can do is sell it or donate it to the guild. So I appreciate it. It does help us out. And it ultimately helps you out because you end up getting all the buffs, making more out of the game from the guild being better, right? So that's better to me than trying to sell it on the market, and I don't know how stagnant the market is. So, hey, let's see here. You know what? It is noon. Well, it's a little bit afternoon. Let's go to the Wheel of Names. I got a card to give out. And like we were just talking about, you know what it is? It is... no, it's not one of those. What is the shield guy under? Alex B says, I like free stuff. I'll catch up with chat here in a minute. Put your name in the chat while I figure out how to get to this particular card that's hard to find. Put your name in the chat. Hashtag I like free stuff. For Alex B. Hashtag I like free stuff and your Hive name, and I'll put you in the list for a gold foil, 1 BCX gold foil shield warden. How do you sort to find the shield warden? He's under promo. He should be under promo and then gold foil. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I have a BCX of a gold foil mana warden to give away. Okay, so Ike's in the house, welcome. My financial journey. Well, we'll do it this way. Handed, athletic. Let's do this. I'm just trying to take names. Sudion, Crypto Beaver, Silent Riot, KGM Jam, Cordy, 10. Okay. Joffrey Jones popped up. Welcome. Okay, this is the name list. After we get done with this drawing, I'll jump back into chat and try to catch up. So we got Alex B, Smithers 113, Sudion, Crypto Beaver, Silent Riot, KGM Jam, Cordy 10, and Runerst. Anybody else want to get in on the drawing for a gold foil Mana Warden? A 1 BCX, which is a level 3, actually, and this is what it looks like. Okay, going once, going twice. This is the list we're going to have for drawings. Anybody want to get in? You have to have an active... Well, I mean, if you wanted to start playing Splinterlands right now, you could use my referral code in the show notes and then put your name in. It would take a few minutes to create a Hive account, but you could do that as well. Okay, here's the names. Rupdog. Okay, Rupdog's on the list. Okay, anybody I'm missing? Going once, going twice. Hold you. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Don't hold your peace too much, otherwise you go blind. Okay, here we go. Spin that wheel. See who gets the gold foil. Okay, congratulations, Crypto Beaver. Let me put you on my list here. Congratulations, Crypto Beaver. 1 BCX, and I will send this out after the show. Okay, let's catch up with chat a little bit. My financial journey says, claim my first red quest prizes today in Golem Overlord. Got me some arcane dice. I still have something. I have a big one to claim. It's been sitting here for a while because it costs. So let's go to rewards. I have this big chest to claim, but it costs 309 shard. And whenever this comes up, I'm always just like, do I spend the 300 shard, you know? So it's been sitting there. I'll probably claim it before it, you know, I have 14 days left to claim it. Gundam Buster says, hello, welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Vilson says, sadly, something come up, so I'll have to go. Well, I guess you're probably already gone by this point, but see you later, Vilson. Wibble says, the Woo leaderboard event thingy started yesterday. Yeah, like I said, there's lots of stuff going on. There's... let's see, I've got too many tabs. Yeah, so there's an event going on in Woo now. If you're not familiar, if you play Woo, which is wrestling, there is a battle for the belt going on. Bunch of contests started yesterday and goes until the 9th. So looks like Freedom Prepper is number 1. Circle Bubble, Vouches, Chucky. So I play this off and on. Frankly, I started playing a while ago. But I like playing it. I like the game. The whole game is a auto battler with wrestling cards and stuff. But frankly, I just had really bad luck with getting, whenever I want to play, it's like in the early morning or later evening whenever I have time. And it's just a lot of times, it may have changed by now, but a lot of times I just couldn't get a match. Now, sometimes it would kick through and use a bot, but it just a lot of times would freeze up or go into that trying to find a match and then it fails out. So, but there is an event going on if you want to play Woo. Get some extra prizes. Let's see here. Lee says, my second buy plot tier was 3 plots, not reached 3rd or 4th so far. Yeah, I think, let's see here. I'm looking at the new version of the mini document for, so purchase parcels is 1, 3, 12, and then there's still a question mark. So level 3 will be 12 parcels. Lee also says, my book Travel popped up around day 3. Such a waste in my opinion. And country is close second as most of all us has already bought our country. Yeah, it's the country ends up being last. So that's one good thing, but it is a waste. I mean, I don't want to say it's a waste because I guess some people haven't bought it, but it was one of the first badges I bought, right? One of the easiest badges to get. And as far as the as far as the travel, yeah, I mean, unless you're traveling a lot, I can see that's going to be a constant challenge there that just clogs up everybody's board. Alex B says, bronze, send me your cards. Heck no, send me your cards. I just need more cards. That's the thing. Watching Gathering the Magic videos tells me I don't have enough cards. I definitely need to buy more cards, right? So, Dwayne's in the house. Welcome. Sorry, it's been taking me some time here, Dwayne, to get to your chat. Had some things going on. Lots of things in motion. Lots of stuff to talk about this week. Thanks for dropping by. Alex T says, Dwayne mad that $1 SPS is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't speculate on that. I'd be happy if it made 10 cents. Somebody did a video. Who was it? Aftersound did a video on what would happen if SPS hit 10 cents. You know, it's been up and down. It's mostly been down in the last year, but we've seen SPS hit good prices. But there's a big wide open, and I'm not the best person to talk about this, but you know, it's wide open. I think that the best changes are going to happen when SPS finishes being printed. And there's a lot of discussion about whether should we end the printing sooner than what was in the white paper. I'm not up on that, but I do know that as far as the inflation goes, as it's still pumped into the economy, it's very hard to keep that value up. They keep having to do things in the game that promote the value of the token to get people to buy it, right? Whereas whenever the printing runs out, we're just going to have a limited supply, right? And that's going to be a dwindling supply. Hopefully you get more players in the game, which more players equals more need for more tokens, right? And if we could ever get to the point where we're fractionalizing SPS, we're in a good spot, right? But let's take a look at what the value is currently. I mean, we were up above a penny. Where are we at today? Let's refresh. So we're still over a penny, and it's been zigzagging there for a while. I think there was some bots selling off SPS when it hit a penny, but I largely think that, I mean, there's this real dip right here. But I think we might be past that spot because I think that people may be adjusting their bots to sell off at a higher level, maybe 0.015 or something like that. Candid Athletic Training says, hi, Bronze. Thanks for all your content. Enjoy all you do. Thanks. I appreciate you subscribing, liking, doing all that good stuff, stopping by on my live streams. Gathering says, I can. SPS going to $1 plus, but not until we get under 500 million tokens. So 2029. Yeah, like we said, it's a wide open, and I don't like speculating. That's my problem. But logic tells me that once we stop printing, then provided, you know, more and more people join, that's the other major factor, right? Obviously, everything comes down to that, having more people play the game, and there will be more need for the token, right? Okay, let's jump over to, let's switch gears here. Immortal Creed. Immortal Creed is coming up on their 1-year anniversary. In fact, tomorrow, which is the 8th, let's log in here, they start their anniversary event, and you can actually see the pop-up when you log in. I have the page open, and they have a Peak D article on it. And in fact, they've sent me some packs to give away today. But I figured I'd jump in and play a few hands of Immortal Creed in case you haven't played Immortal Creed. It's a very small development team. As far as I know, there are 2 people on the team. And sorry if I'm not keeping up with chat. I wanted to try and get this in. But basically, they have an event. I'll leave this link in the show notes. After I get done with the show, I'll pop it in there because I forgot to this morning. But you can check it out. There's a big chance during December, starting tomorrow, to win a bunch more Immortal Creed packs, as well as Creed Marks, which is the currency in the game. So let's go ahead and jump over. Let's close that out. And so the idea, just to give you a little background here, if you haven't seen anything on this, if you haven't played it, it is a card game, okay, where you buy cards. You're very much like in Splinterlands, where you have to pick a summoner. In this game, you have to pick Immortal. And each Immortal has a certain thing that they do. Okay, so like this, Shrapnel, he gives plus 13% to range damage, and so forth. This guy, Thaku Setu, gives minus 60% on poison damage. Okay, so obviously you would want to play him in a poison match. So you also have different types of equipment, and you have range equipment, you have melee equipment, you have magic equipment, and depending upon the type of match you get drawn, then you pick your equipment and you try to align the equipment you pick with the bonuses you pick from your immortals. So that's the basic idea. And in this game, just like in Splinterlands, you have to buy card packs and combine cards to level up your cards to get a stronger deck. Basic card deck building ideas, right? However, in this game, when you win, much like you can win SPS in playing Splinterlands, in this game, let's go to wallets. You win, you can buy origin packs with the Creed marks, or credits. Let me get this straight. Credits is what you buy, just like credits in Splinterlands, with the US dollar, PayPal, what have you, okay? And then you can come over, and with what you earn through the game, which is Valor, you can turn around and you can earn buy packs, which helps you strengthen. So basically, as you level up, you can get a pack every day or two, you know? So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's look at chat. Dwayne says, I've been playing Immortal Creed daily lately. Lovely, or love it. Still a bit basic, but better than most. Yeah, it is basic compared to like Splinterlands. But you've also got, from what I can see, is one developer and one guy that is on the team as well that is promoting it and stuff. And I think that's the guy I usually talk to. But it may work a little bit different behind the scenes. But you can see that we'll go ahead and play a match just to give you an idea. And then at the bottom of the half hour, we'll take, I'll give away 10 packs to 2 people. So 5 packs a person. So we're going to go ahead and enter the match. And the match is plus 50% defense amount to all shield cards played. So obviously it would behoove us to play some shields. So I'm going to go in with Asazi, which gives plus 13% to magic damage. Because my opponent has just previously played range. So let's go ahead and see how this works out. So that's my Immortal. Let's go to my magic damage weapons. And I'm going to pick a Serenity. That takes up 2 spots. It's a 2-handed weapon. I'm going to stick a shield in because I'm getting a bonus here. And then we'll go back and stick in a Dragon's Breath. See how we do here. So one of the big changes they've made that just went live was the fact that there used to be a minute or a minute and a half between being able to play games. And you used to be able to play through a match, and if you forwarded it, you were done with a match in 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds at the most, right? And you ended up having like a minute wait between matches. They've brought that down to 30 seconds, I believe. So it's a lot quicker turnaround time between matches. Now, in this game, you can earn off of up to 10 wins a day. After that, you can continue to play if you want to get those wins and climb the leaderboard, but you will not be earning any tokens off those wins. So that's the way it works. And in the December anniversary event, you will be earning more tokens off of that and more packs on a daily basis. And like I said, after the show, I'll leave a link to that article, but it can be found over on Peak D. Okay, let's see how I'm doing. I'm not doing great here. This is going to be a squeaker, actually. I'm on the left with Asazi. He's on the right with Wagner. I got a little bit of poison damage going on him. I think he's got me. Range, one of the benefits of range is like bows and crossbows, is very fast. He got me. Look at that. He did 73 damage. I have been defeated. See what else is going on in chat. Jets IU, welcome. Thanks. Thanks for stopping by. A new name in the chat. Love to see that. Been watching your Atlas Earth videos. They're awesome, and I wish I found you sooner for the referral code. Have you already played Atlas Earth this stream? Well, the problem with playing Atlas Earth on a stream, I've been trying to think of an idea on how to stream Atlas Earth. There's just not much to stream. I can talk about, I do have, in fact, 22 minutes ago at noon, I had a Atlas Earth arcade video. It just went live. I filmed it last night. It's hard to do a live stream on Atlas Earth because there's I can't get on and play a game, right? Because it's all collection based. I could get on and play arcade games, I guess, but we could do the mini games, but I don't like the mini games. Okay, let's do another match. Challenge accepted. Okay, so training grounds, only common or rare cards. Let's go in with ranged this time. Change things up. Let's go in with shrapnel with plus to range. Like I said, range is very strong because it's very fast. And if you get your damage in first, then a lot of times you win. So let's go in. I can only use common or rares this time. In this game, greens are rares and blues are commons. 16 to 19, 44. That's 5 speed, 3 speed. Let's go in with a honed bow and iron short sword. Okay, let's see how that does. I know I've skipped some of the chat. I'm just trying to keep this rolling. In the chat, if you would like to get your name in the drawing for, like I said, I'm going to do 2 separate drawings, and each winner gets 5 packs in Immortal Creed, and I'll send them to you after the match. You have to have a Hive account. You don't necessarily have to have an Immortal Creed account, because you can use my link in the show notes to start one. Obviously, you need an Immortal Creed account before I can send you the packs, but you have to have a Hive account. In the chat, say hashtag Immortal Creed, and I will put your name in the drawing for the Immortal Creed packs. Hashtag Immortal Creed. Let's see how I'm doing here. I'm doing pretty good. He came in with a mixture as well, ranged and melee, but he went with the shield, plus 10% to shield. I think that I'm going to take him here. Do I play Hearthstone? I have in the past. I don't currently. Frankly, Splinterlands replaced Hearthstone for me. One of the reasons I like Splinterlands versus other I love all card games, right? But the reason I like it is because with Hearthstone, correct me if I'm wrong, you can't buy, sell, trade the cards. You can buy, you can send Blizzard plenty of your money, but ultimately you can never sell those cards. Do I like the game? Sure, it's a fun game. I like the artwork. I played WoW for years. I like the characters and everything. I am victorious, so I won 17 Valor. That's one of my wins this today. I can win up to 9 more times and win. My range currently is between 15 and 23, I think. So let's return home. Yeah, I like Hearthstone, but I stopped playing it and I replaced it with Splinterlands, really, because I like the blockchain ability of buy, sell, trade. Like I told you, I bought some cards off Gathering the Magic the other day. I was able to send him some money. He was able to send them on the blockchain. We didn't have to go down to our local card shop and meet up. Not that I'm antisocial. I'm very social, but like I said, that whole going down to the card shop or selling cards on eBay just kind of got old over the years. Okay. Just checking out chat before I do another match. Ike says, Frontier Founders Week live. I played one of the first alphas, a few weeks ago I played. I'll probably get back in. I love Eve, and I'll probably dabble in it. I was thinking about doing a video on it. I'm on the fence about it because you know how cutthroat Eve is. That's, I guess, putting it the best way. And what I don't want to see is putting some money into the game as far as crypto and everything, and then just getting pirated. Obviously that's going to be a thing, and I hope they limit the availability of somebody having huge amounts of money put into the game and then left penniless. Do I understand a certain amount of that's going to be in the game? Sure, it's Eve. But I hope it gets limited to a certain point so people don't lose a bunch of money. Let's take it. No range weapons allowed, so I'm going to go with magic. With Asazi, magic is always pretty strong. Let's check out I'm going to go in. I like going up front with Dragon's Breath, which gives me poison damage over time. What did he play? He's playing melee with a shield and plus melee. I'll just go in with all magic damage. Okay, so I've got two-handed weapons, and I've got a one-handed weapon there doing magic damage. Okay, once again, if you want to get in on the Immortal Creed packs, put hashtag Immortal Creed in the chat. I don't see anybody putting their name in yet. Okay, looks like I got a good start going here. He's got some big damage weapons going though. Crypto Beavers in the Silicon Heaven. Wibbles in. Sudion. Once again, this is a drawing. I'm going to do 2 drawings, and each winner will get 5 Immortal Creed packs. Let's see how I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. You know, there's a number of cards in, like the steel gloves. If you equip that card, it gives you a bonus to a certain type of damage. Like that gives plus to melee damage. To me, I have found almost that that's like a waste of a spot. I'd rather have either a shield or an actual weapon. So I won this one. It was a close one, though. I ended up with only 7 health, but that's all you need. And I got 18 out of it. So, and I ranked up to 4th. They've changed. They've upgraded their graphics as well. So I don't even know how much. Okay, so I need 200 to be able to buy a pack. So we're at 1230 now. So let's check the list of names here. Quarty 10. Ikey. 3Es. I always have to double check that. 3Es. Bolts 85. Yeah, I mean, as long as you've got a Hive name, you can go and play the game. It does there. You have to spend $2 and $2 or $3 in game to get the Creed mark, but that's it. You buy $2 or $3 worth of the Creed marks, no credits, and then you spend that to buy a pack, and then you're live in the game. That's all it takes if you want to. And Bitcoin is greater than SPS. I would probably agree with that, but I like them both for different purposes. To me, if I was going to invest, the Bitcoin would be the method, but SPS to me is an investment, but it's more like you're getting a dual purpose out of it. You're also playing a game. You stand to make a little bit of money off of it, perhaps a lot of money, depending upon what the. I don't like to sit here and just guess about it, though. I like to go at the games from a play perspective, you know. Okay, is this it as far as who wants to be in on the Immortal Creed packs? Okay, Firebolts 85. Once again, if anybody wants to start playing, please use my link in the information section under this video. Okay, speak up or forever hold your peace, because we're getting ready to roll for 2 separate draws of 5 packs each in Immortal Creed. Which is, I think each one of those draws is like $10 worth, something like that. Several dollar to a pack, something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and draw. First winner. Let me get my paper out here to write down the winners. Is Ikey. Okay, let's remove Ikey. And let's do the second. The second drawing is Silicon Heaven. So we're at the end of the show. I do want to promote tomorrow's show, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Here, same bat time, same bat channel, and it's dedicated towards playing Splinterlands, and we'll have ghost challenges, and you should check out the live stream from last week if you want any information. We'll be giving away cards, we'll be giving away SPS. You have to beat me in ghost card challenges. Last week it ended up being 2 hours worth, because I have to go, the way I've set this up is I have to go until 8 people beat me. You know, last week I was 5 and 8. So I won 5, lost 8. It took 2 hours, but we got it done. And if you beat me, you get 100 excuse me, I almost burped. 100 SPS per win. And then I'm keeping track of how many people beat me. And there's going to be a leaderboard on the 22nd of December will be the last stream, which will be the Sunday before Christmas. and we'll have a big drawing there. But sprinkled all throughout, we'll be giving away Splinterlands cards as well. So please join me. Otherwise, I hope you have a great week, and everybody on your side is happy and healthy, and you're going into the holiday season in good fashion. This has been Bronze Dragon. I'll see you tomorrow on Bronze Dragon Plays Splinterlands.